What's up? What's up, traders? I hope you guys are doing well. John Howell here. I'm not doing a screen capture today on the charts. I thought I'd do this video for you today while I'm on my way to go and pick my kids up for the weekend. I want to share something with you. Over my years of trading, there is something fundamental about trading, right? There is something fundamental about how I have noticed my mentors, both of my mentors that I look up to, two different types of mentors that I look up to. There's something fundamental about how they make money consistently in the markets. Now put it this way, I have one mentor. He was happy trading 20% of his account on any given one trade. Now that's not 20% risk. You know, he maybe 10% risk. So maybe 10% risk, okay? But and that's actually same for both of my mentors. Now one mentor is a bit more of a longer term trader now. He used to be a shorter term trader, meaning get in one day and hold for a few days. And now I have my other mentor. He is all about I just hold this here, and he is all about, one of my other mentors, he's like a full-time, he trades like 14-15 hours, 12 to 14 hours a day, somewhere around there, probably 10 to 12 hours a day, if I'm sort of being honest there. And one thing that I say there is the foundations, the fundamentals there behind their trading is one thing that really rings home for me more and more and more as I go on through my trading career and really strive home of how do I get my, what is the way for me to get my target. And I have a big massive target that I'm trying to achieve over the next couple of years through trading. Like what is the path to getting that? And one thing that I found more and more is this, is that we always have this belief, right, that we need to be trading a lot to be doing well in the markets. And I think a lot of us in the past, including myself, we've always traded a lot, and so therefore we've made a lot of mistakes, and so therefore we've always gone backwards, you know what I mean? Well, not always, but make a lot of mistakes, and therefore we're not happy putting on, you know, a lot of people saying, oh, I just want to risk 1% of my account because, you know, because they're not confident with their system, you know what I mean? But when I look at all my results that have happened over the last couple of years especially, I have my momentum set up, okay? And I trade that. Now when that momentum set up, there's two different variations of that setup, okay? There's an absolute perfect setup, which is the A-type setup. And then there's the B-type setup, which is the setup, but it's not as clean. Right, so you got the A-type setup, which is really clean. That thing rocks 90% plus success rate. You know what I mean? And then you have the non-clean one, and that would probably do 80% plus as well too, you know, in success rate. But the one thing I have found as I go more and more into my trading career is, what do I feel most confident with when placing a trade? And for me, it's always about the A-style setups. But here's the thing. The A-style setups may only happen a couple of times a month when trading the daily charts, that is. All right, so I'm looking at the daily charts and I'm looking for a trade on the day chart to get in today and maybe hold it for 2 or 3 or 4 days. Makes sense? But it only happens a couple of times a month. But let me ask you a question. What if you knew you only trade, what I do is I trade the last hour of the US stock market. I do my scans, I find a trade, I place the trade, and then I look to get out, you know, 2 or 3 or 4 days later on, depending on what happens with that trade. Now, my question to you is that what if you had a setup that you were absolutely confident and believed in, that when it appeared, you're like, majority of these trades are going to run on, not only are they going to run on, but they're going to run on for, you know, 200%, 300% profits. Majority of them. Some of them are going to do a bit less. Now we're talking with options here, by the way. That's options, by the way. What would you, is that enough? And one thing I've found when I was talking about before with the fundamentals, the foundations of both my mentors that I was talking about before, is that's the reason why they're so successful, because that's what they do. They only wait and trade what they're so confident in, what they so like just believe in with all their soul and might. That this is the setup, this is what we're looking for, this is what we should be trading. And they only wait and they wait and they wait and they wait and they wait for that style of setup. And it's so hard, isn't it? Because we always think that we need to be trading more. We always think we need to be doing more to make more money. But that's not the case, right? It's always the more we trade, the less we actually make. And so I want to do this video today to see how your trading is going. What are you doing? Because I'm taking both A and B setups in my trading. Now I'm following a plan, yes. But the more I go on, now by the way, when I find a B setup, I'm not as confident as putting as much as my account on, maybe 5% of my account, onto that trade, risking maybe a couple %. But when I find an A style setup, I'm happy whacking 20% of my account on that thing there. You know, and then, you know, I remember the last A style setup I had, which was only about probably a few weeks ago, you know, and it made about 100% return the very next day. Yeah. So my question to you is, like, how are you trading? Are you trading something that you are 100% confident in? Like, and I'm talking about like, oh my goodness, this system just absolutely rocks. And you truly believe it inside your heart. And once you get to that place, what is your ability to wait for that style of setup only and trade that? Because if you can have those two different things, game over. You're going to make millions of dollars for the markets. It's going to happen. You know what I mean? Because that's how both my mentors, like I look both my mentors and they trade very similar style setups, but slightly different. And they both just rock out. It's like, man, they both just crush it. Especially my current mentor. Now, by the way, my current mentor, the trading system, I actually learned off him, you know, many years ago. But I've perfected it myself, so I can feel a lot confident in it. But as I said before, my A style setups don't show that often. Now let me ask you a question. If you only could trade a few times a month, but you knew 90% of those trades were going to run on for 100%, 200% or more profit, what would you be happy just waiting for those setups? Now again, we're talking about intraday here. Sorry, we're talking about day setups. Just looking at daily charts. I guarantee you, if you're doing intraday trading, meaning like hourly chart, 15-minute chart, stuff like that, you'd probably find maybe one a week. You know what I mean? Where my mentor, he trades the exact same setup on the Forex market, 1-minute chart, 2-minute, 1-minute, 5-minute, 15-minute, hourly charts, daily charts. And he trades the futures market, Forex market, Forex market on 3 different, I think it's 3 or 4 different, maybe 4 or 5, or yeah, basically different currencies he trades. E-mini, S&P, he trades oil, and also he also trades CFDs on stocks with the same setup across all the markets, because the system just rocks. How are you? Where are you in that level there? Because for me, guys, I've always had, in the last couple of years, I've had a $3 million target, a $3 million profit target. And every time I think about that $3 million profit target that I want to achieve, I start to try to force things. I try to rush things, and things just don't go as quick as possible. Right? I end up just doing a whole bunch of lot of bullshit, basically. And I sit back. I'm like, how did my mentor go from absolutely completely wiping out his account only about 4 or 5 years ago to now doing 3 to 5 million a year? And the answer is, and not only that, but my first mentor that I still look up to this day, he said he'll wait and 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 he'll wait. And then when he finds the setup he's looking for, he'll pounce on that as hard as he can with proper risk management and get out of that thing as quickly as possible as well too. And then he'll wait and he'll wait like a tiger in the bush, right? And he'll wait and he'll wait and he'll wait. And that is the foundations to your trading, right? And again, I'm looking at my own trading saying, How do I get to my $3 million target? Now, it may take me another good couple of years or more. But what are the foundations in my own trading? What do I need to keep implementing and adapting in my own trading and my own style of trading? What are the foundations? What is the mindset that's going to help me get there much quicker? It's actually less is more, right? And so the more I look at this, the more patient I am in these setups, the more I know I just have to just be patient and wait and wait and wait for those A-style setups. And therefore, bingo, bango, I'm ready to go. Now, if I did want to take more than, say, maybe 1 or 2 really good trades a month, I'd have to go to the intraday charts. You know what I mean? Like maybe start looking at the hourly charts and so on and so forth. But see, and as you know, right, it's not the trading system that we have to worry about. It's us. It's us, our ability to be patient. It's our ability to just to be waiting, just wait for those setups. And you know, it's like, here's a really successful trading system that happens twice a month. You know, or maybe on average once a week. But then sometimes my clients are like, but it doesn't show up a lot. I want more trades. It's like, but when you know what I mean, right? But then when you want more trades, generally what happens is you don't end up making more money, you end up going backwards. It's the exact same people who want more trades that don't make any money, end up going backwards and forcing it and rushing it. So I hope this makes sense to you guys. I hope this helps you out as well too. Just some things I've been really contemplating myself now. It's Friday afternoon myself, and I've been really contemplating saying, okay, it's now a good couple of months or more. It's now 4 months, getting into the 4th month, January, February, March, April. January, February, March, April. Yeah, so it's now getting into the 4th month of the year. What are some of the shifts that I need to make personally to really start to ramp things up this year? And some things I've talked about in this video is what I'm looking at there. So anyway, guys, have an amazing day. Have an amazing weekend moving forward for you guys, but obviously down under. And yeah, for you guys around the world, have an amazing day, guys. Let me know what you think about what I've talked about here in the video. Speak to you soon.